welcome to my YouTube channel. It feels so good to finally say that because I've been putting this off for months, but here we are. And my channel is going to be a little bit of lifestyle content, so it's going to be decorating and styling the home, styling different outfits, baking and cooking, sharing a little bit about my faith, and then just whenever we travel, showing that content too. So today we're going to start it off with a kitchen vlog. So a little background on that is last year was 2020. In 2020, whenever we were in lockdown, we were engaged at the time, so my fiance Alex and I, for our date nights, we would get out of our small apartment and get in the car, pick up a local taco shop place, and then we would drive around Magnolia District, which is a gorgeous district in Fort Worth. It just has a lot of older homes that people have slowly been fixing up, and that was our dream. We would drive around different homes, and if there was a for sale sign, we would look it up real fast and be like, okay, is this in our budget? Yeah, it gave us a lot of excitement and something honestly to do during those months. But when it came down to it, as we were getting closer to our wedding and figuring out if we wanted to get out of the apartment, which we did, we were looking at comparing prices, and honestly, to buy a home, then to fix it up, and then to furnish it, it honestly was more reasonable to buy a home or build a home. So that's what we ended up doing. It was really unexpected and something that God just really made it allow that was our direction. One of our church families lives in this neighborhood, and so Alex had got coffee with him and then drove to see the neighborhood, and I wasn't even with Alex. He called me and he was like, this is the neighborhood that we're supposed to be in. And I'm the type of person that needs a lot of time to process transitions. Alex is not. So I was very anxious about it. I was in prayer about it. But it was crazy because we had to make a decision pretty much in a week because the lots were selling fast. So in the span of a week, we got our marriage license, and then a few days later, we bought a home. So that was in July of 2020, and then they told us that we had about until December for move-in. So we were so excited. We were in a 700-foot apartment, 2 dogs at the time. We have 3 now. I'll bring that up later. But we were in a small apartment, and so we slowly started buying different items. We didn't want to rush into it because when you rush, you buy things that could be something that you want to replace faster. So we took our time finding the unique pieces for our home. And then, we didn't move in until the following year, so May of 2021 this year. So it ended up being a 9-month process. We ended up being in this small apartment and having boxes upon boxes because we were furnishing a new home. So we would just keep the boxes together, and at one point we were sleeping on a mattress in our living room with our dogs and boxes all around us because a lot of our storage we were putting in our master bedroom. Don't ask why we didn't get a storage unit. We just thought we were going to be in sooner, but for a new marriage, that really grew us. It really did. We love each other a lot more now. Built a lot of patience, but I don't recommend it. But yeah, we ended up moving in the beginning of May of this year. So we've been in the house for a few months now, and we've slowly been still decorating, finding unique pieces. But today I want to show you the kitchen, a little bit of what our home is. Style-wise, we kind of came down to that we're labeling it like bohemian coastal. It has some modern flares. If you look up Scandinavian on Pinterest, it has a little bit of that, but still, when we went to Tulum this year for our elopement ceremony, we felt like we could pick up our home and literally put it in Tulum. It fit so well there. So we have very just a coastal bohemian, and it's only like that just because, so my husband Alex, he has gone through a lot of phases. If you creep on his Facebook, he's had a country phase, he's had a preppy phase. You can do that on your own time, but when I met him, he was a lot more modern. And then my background is I've always loved to antique. I've always loved just all white things. Like, I'm not just saying that because it's a trend right now, but like for one of my birthdays in high school, I requested just for a new bedroom that was all white with just vintage finds. So that's kind of my background, and because Alex and I are married, we've been able to design such a beautiful home that I'm about to show you. I just think it's so beautiful and shows how perfect we are for each other, because I always tell Alex, like, I was to end up with somebody else or him too, we would never be able to design a home like this at all, because we're just like so creative whenever we come together. Like, Alex is the one that has the Google Doc, literally designs the whole room on a Google Doc with all the pieces. And then I'm the one that, I mean, we're both on Pinterest, but I'm on Pinterest finding more inspiration, and then we shop together, and it's just a dream. Like, I never thought I'd marry someone like that. Thank you, God. But, so yeah, so that's kind of like the background of why our home looks the way that it does. But kind of my vision is, with this YouTube channel, I want to show y'all different rooms in our house, how we've styled them, giving y'all where we got it from, why we put certain things together. And then, I mean, throughout the seasons, we're going to change it up and restyle different things. But I'm going to show you the kitchen and dining room today. And then with time, I'm going to show you the living room, bedroom. We have 2 extra bedrooms. And then right now, why Alex is not in these videos is because we're doing our backyard renovation. So that's a whole nother thing that I will show you all later on. But yeah, once again, we're doing the kitchen today. So I'm going to show you all the little details that I love and show you where they're from. Let's get started. Okay, so to start off our kitchen tour, we have our dining room. So I'm going to move y'all around at some point, but first we're going to start with something that Alex would be so upset if I didn't show y'all. This is our House of Spoils photograph. It is a photograph taken in Australia. I can't remember what beach it is, but pretty much if you look up House of Spoils, their website has very stunning photographs that are taken around the world by different photographers, and they tend to have a little bit of a style like this, like kind of coastal, but it fits our home so well. A little background behind it is, whenever we were buying stuff for the home at the beginning, I was very big on like getting the essential things like the couch, fridge, stuff like that, and Alex wanted this really badly, and I was like, let's wait on it. Like, we can wait until we're in the house to get it, and then I come to our apartment and it's at our house. So it's one of those things where I'm like, at first I was upset, but now I'm really happy because our home wouldn't be the same without it. So next, we are going to turn the camera around so I can show you the dining table. Okay, and now we are in our dining room officially. This is honestly my favorite part of the house. This is the kitchen. Just because whenever we are laying down at night in the living room watching TV, I can't help but to look over here and just see how gorgeous it is. I'm very pleased with this. So I'm going to kind of give you the rundown and all the details that we picked out for our dining room. So to start, I guess we'll do these. These are our dining chairs. So with how big our table is, we don't have a lot of extra space for chairs on this side. So we kept it pretty simple and did 2 chairs on the end and then a bench that matches the table. But first, our chairs. So I'm going to open them up a little bit so you can see. Our chairs are actually from Urban Outfitters. Very happy with them. They were not that expensive. And saying that, they're actually really comfy. They have a white cushion and then a rattan base, and then a black lining that really complements the other like black pops of color in our house. So really like this. Our rug is an Anthropologie rug. It's jute. Pretty easy to clean. Our dogs like go under it a lot, and I'm really happy with how easy it is to vacuum and clean up. And then I guess I'll talk about our table. So it is from a designer based out of California. I can't really pronounce his name very well, I don't think. It sounds kind of like Ben Solomon. But this table is intense. We ordered it when we were still in the apartment, so we kept it boxed the whole time, but at some point it was like our headboard for our mattress when we were in the living room. It's so solid, like it's based out of a concrete material. So it weighs 400 pounds. It came in all separate pieces. So whenever we had to move it in, it was 4 dudes carrying this table in to set it up. And I was, cheering them on the sidelines because there's no way I could help out with this. And Alex jokes about how when we move in the future, this table's staying because there's no way we're going to move it again. So yeah, it is very beautiful. It's a white concrete, and then you can't really see it, but we have a bench on this side that matches it. It came with it. And then our lighting, it is something that Alex picked out. It's from West Elm. Something unique about it is you can change the bulb. So we like the milk. It's called a milk coloring. We have another piece that looks similar that was a clear glass, but we ended up ordering and changing it out for the milk one because it just adds kind of like a vintage inspired look. And then what else can I show y'all? These have the heart. For me, I got these actually 2 years ago, I guess, whenever I was in Kauai. Alex and I were dating at the time, and I remember finding these and saying, like, whenever we have a home one day, these are going to go in the dining room, and here they are now, so that definitely means a lot to me. And then we have just a really simple centerpiece right now. I know it's about to be fall, so I'm thinking about just changing up this table completely, but for now we have just a driftwood piece that Alex got for Christmas from his parents from CB2. We have this arrangement that I kind of created together. So the base is from CB2, and then pampas grass is just from outside somewhere. And then I found this really pretty bouquet from a store in New Braunfels. I'll have to link it below. And then I went to a local flower shop called, I think it's called the Flower Shop on West 7th. But I found some like little other pieces to pop in there. So that is really beautiful. And then the last thing I'm going to talk about is something that Alex loves. I mean, I do too, but he was so big on this last year during, I think it was the Black Friday sale. He was on it to get these blinds because he wanted to lock in the cell so we could have them. So they actually did lock it for us. And then whenever we moved in, they kept the cell for us months later, and then they came and installed the blinds the same day. So I'll show y'all a closer look to it, but they are a rattan looking material. Sorry about our outdoor project. And if you've seen Alex walk back and forth, it's because he's carrying mulch bags right now for our landscaping. I'll be helping him later, I promise. But these just go up simply, and then you just pull them down. So love this. The material that we picked for the blinds are, I think it's called like a sand color, but it goes with a lot of our color tones. Like it matches this perfectly. We're really pleased, and I'm very impressed that Home Depot has options like this. But yeah, this is the dining room. Don't ask me how many times we've eaten here in the past couple months because it's been maybe like 2 or 3 times. But because we're just like lazy at nighttime, we're either eating on the island or eating on the couch. But yeah, I'm really loving it. And most of the times that we've eaten at the table, it's whenever we have friends or family over so we can spread it all out. But yeah, now I'm going to take y'all to the kitchen. Okay, and now the kitchen, my most favorite place, where all the magic happens with me cooking. Before the pandemic, I was not very domestic. Alex can attest to that. I cooked stuff in college, but it was kind of just like the basic things. And so in the pandemic, I actually enjoyed cooking because there was nothing else to do. And that kind of set me up for owning a home, because now every night when I get off work, I do my workout and then I get in the kitchen and create something. We kind of stick to the same menu every week, but I'm learning to try new things. So this is where I do that. So to start off with, I guess I'll talk about the things that we upgraded with the house build. Number one, the countertops. I adore them. They were definitely one of the most expensive things that we upgraded on, because it is a granite marble, and it's hard for me because I'm not I'm very clean, but I'm just like very messy when it comes to like when I'm working on something, and that worries me about taking care of this, because you do have to be very careful. And honestly, it has been easy to keep up with. So our island and our kitchen countertops over here are this beautiful marble. The other stuff that we upgraded on is our cabinets over there with the glass. We added 2 on either side of our sink, and it really is gorgeous because we can display a few of our nicer items that we want to be seen through the glass. So I love that upgrade. And then other than that, we upgraded, you can't see it, but we did the built-in trash can, which you can just pull open. That's been a blessing, honestly. And then everything else has been what came with the house. But a lot of that stuff we ended up changing out. So like what you saw with the West Elm light in the dining room, we changed that light out for the West Elm one. And then we had lights here that we changed out to these beautiful baskets. I was looking at these for months. I wanted something just like this for the kitchen island, and they actually got placed in our bedroom on accident. And it's kind of hard to rewire, take it out and everything, so they were about to stay in there. And I was like, no, I have a vision for the kitchen. And Alex was the one that got them moved, and there's a fly, oh my gosh. But yeah, I adore them. So we have these are from, I think they're from Pottery Barn, I'm pretty sure. So Pottery Barn, and they're that same rattan light color like the blonde. And then what else did we change? Oh, the cabinets have handles that we got from CB2. They were actually in a sell basket, and they had scratches all over them, and Alex looked up that if you get ketchup and scrub the brass, it cleans it up, and it actually works. So we have our cabinets that Alex installed the handles to, and then I'll show you more in detail. He has installed brass handles too for the doors, so doorknobs. And then our fridge came from Nebraska Furniture Mart. I'm gonna try to think. Our washer and our microwave and our sink came with the home. So we'll eventually change that out with time. Like I would love to do maybe like a stone sink, and then maybe like a brass little faucet, but that will come with time. And then the only other thing we still have to do is for the window above the sink, I would like to put some shutters there just so it looks really homey. But other little details in the kitchen is we have our bar stools. Those are from West Elm. You can choose the base of them, and I wanted to do a white base, so we have the white with the wood. It just looks really perfect with our color scheme. All our appliances that I will show y'all are Smeg. They are so expensive, but they're so gorgeous because they have such a vintage feel. We are very blessed on our wedding registry. We had no idea that anyone would buy those for us, and we were just so blessed and loved because we put it on our list being like, we'll just use the discount that comes with it if no one buys it. And we got most of the pieces, so I use that just to display on our countertop. I use most of them, like I've used every single one. The one that I use constantly is the coffee maker, and then the mixer whenever I bake. And then I've used the citrus juicer recently a lot too for like pineapple juice, but love the Smeg items because they give a very simplistic decor piece on the countertops. So I keep that pretty simple, and then the only other thing we really do for decoration is on the island. I usually have some sort of flower centerpiece. So if that's Alex getting me flowers when he does surprise me, or me going to Trader Joe's when we grocery shop and picking out different flowers, I usually have that on here. And then we have this bowl that we got from our house that we just put like our keys and phone in. And then always a candle. Love the ones from Target, obviously. They have such a good scent there. And then recently I've done this shell that we found at a thrift store. And I'm putting like just different fruits and citrus in there. And other than that, I'm just gonna walk y'all around and show y'all in our pantry, in our cabinets, and show you all the little details of how I've styled that. Once again, we're still growing our home, so it doesn't look perfect yet. So I will let y'all see around the kitchen now. All right, our pantry. So this is something that I was like very stuck on while we were building the home. I wanted a very aesthetic pantry from the beginning because I think then it's easier to keep it organized and keep it clean, because then if you just move in and just throw stuff in, it takes you a while to get to that project. So I started buying things early on, like the baskets, and the baskets are from Pottery Barn, actually the outlet store. And then the glass containers that I'm using right now are from Hobby Lobby. And then the baskets that are gold are from Hobby Lobby too, which is great because they have the discounts sometimes. I want to get some bigger containers soon with glass, just for some bigger items. But I'll kind of show you in here some of the smaller details. All right, this is what I like to call my coffee corner. I keep my Smeg coffee maker right on the countertop, and then in the cabinet above, if we open it, it's not super full. You can tell that I've been drinking a lot of coffee this week because there's only 2 mugs in the cabinet, but I have our teapot up there, a press, and then a container with some coffee grounds, sugar, and then a little espresso set that we got from Miami. But this is where I make my coffee every day. Okay, and then on this side of the kitchen, we have different cabinets that have like our pots and pans, our dishes, stuff that we don't necessarily use every day, mixed with some of the things that we do use every day. So yeah, and then once again on our countertops, we have our Smeg items that we love. My most favorite that I use is definitely the mixer. I'm trying to make different recipes every week, trying to be that good wifey. And like last week I made some like double chocolate chip cookies, and then the week before I made these like banana pudding cookies. So I'm loving that. So I'm gonna open these up and show y'all what's on the inside and how it organized. All right, for our first cabinets, we have these below that are our copper pans that we use to cook in every day. I really want to hang them right above our stovetop, but honestly, I gotta figure out how to clean them properly because they show stains, like water driplets, a lot. So right now, until I figure out how to clean them properly, I'm keeping them under here, and then maybe gonna buy some cheaper ones from Home Goods to use every day so I can display these. But I love those. And then I'm gonna close that and open up our drawer, which I haven't bought any organizers yet for both of these. I'll just open this one as well. That has our silverware. You know me with the aesthetics, everything goes together. So we have our gold silverware from Target, and then over here is just a mixture of cooking utensils. They have the gold, they have the copper and the wood, but with time I'm gonna organize those. And then up above here have the Smeg citrus juicer, and then some, I think those are cranberry. Then for our cabinets over here, On the right side, I have these different marble pieces from Crate & Barrel that I haven't technically used yet. I think I will more whenever we're wanting to redecorate and I can put the marble out to do fruit, and then maybe whenever we have a party soon. I think we're having a Halloween get together with some friends, so I'll maybe display with those items. And then on this side is kind of like our everyday use. It's kind of bare because we are washing some of them, but the plates and bowls at the bottom are plastic, actually, from Target. We love those for our everyday ones because they're just easy. We don't have to worry about if the dogs break them on accident. And then the cups next to it are also Target. And then the ones above we have actually in our glass ones that I'll show you. They're from Target too, and they're glass. And we use those more when we have friends over. So I'm going to transition y'all over to the other side. Where our sink is. The lighting is a little whack on this side just because we still need to get our shutters, but we have our sink, our washer. One of my other favorite items that we have in here is our Marshall speaker. We're always playing it while we're cooking or whenever we're doing things around the house like cleaning. We have our Marshall speaker. We actually move it to our garage where we work out too, just to play some music. And then the other thing that I want to point out is our cabinets that we have them installed that we paid additional for, the ones that have the glass in them. So I'll kind of show y'all in detail how I styled those. I'm not in love with my styling with those cabinets yet. I kind of want to wait until I find some more unique pieces, because right now I just have some of our dining ware that we don't use every day, like our nicer glasses and nicer plates in there. But with time, I think I want to find some like unique kitchen items, like vintage items to put up there. But there's that, and then I'll kind of open the cabinets on this side for y'all to see as well. All right, now for the glass cabinets, you open them up and we have just some of our nicer crystal glasses. We have a cute little bowl, and then the set above is an Anthropologie dining set that Alex actually gifted me our first year of dating. They kind of have like a French bistro design on them, and the plates match so you just can't see them. I want to display these so you can see them a little bit better, but I adore those and the story behind them. And then on our countertop by our sink, I just have a really pretty little plate. Okay. Guys, and that is our kitchen tour. I hope y'all loved the video today. I had a lot of fun filming it, and just let me know what y'all think. If y'all have any suggestions, let me know if y'all want to see different things, or if I didn't talk about something, just let me know if I need to tell you where it's from. But I'm excited about starting this YouTube channel with y'all. Next, I don't know if I'm going to do the living room or the bedroom, the backyard. There's a lot of things to show y'all now, but thank you all again for y'all's time, and I love you guys so much.